Hey, this is Nahanni with acting tips from a working actor. So these are my top 10 audition tips. These are things I talk about in my classes all the time. And it's good to be reminded because the best actors sometimes get lost and forget what they're doing. Number 1, understand the story and your role in it. That sounds really obvious, but it's really easy to get caught up in memorizing lines and forgetting that it's not about you, it's about a bigger story. So you really want to be careful about knowing what your role in the story is. If you're a small player, don't make the scene about you. Make it about, well, you know, the star. And really spend more time getting clear on the details of the story than worrying about getting everything word perfect. If you understand the story, you will remember the lines. Number 2, know the genre, the tone, and research the players. This is something I hear casting directors talking about a lot. They really need the actors to understand what type of show they're auditioning for. So spend a little time, it doesn't take much, really looking up everybody on IMDB, looking at the show, watching clips of the show on YouTube. You don't have to watch the whole thing. Just watch some clips and really get the tone and what type of show it is, because that is really important, even more important than getting the lines right. Number 3, entrances and exits. The first few seconds of your audition are probably the most important, because if that's not working, chances are they're not going to watch the whole thing. Sorry. So make sure your first moments are clear and thought out. If you're walking in, if you're wherever you're coming from, that has to be very specific in your mind and choreographed if you're doing any movement so that it really looks like it's supposed to look on TV. Number 4, make it about the other person. I know it feels like it's all about you. It really does. But when you make your scene about your relationship with your reader, it pops. It just comes alive. And so that's one of the most important tips to remember. Make it about them. Number 5, breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe before you speak. Breathe before you start. Breathe when the other person is talking. Breathe. When you get nervous, that's the first thing you're going to do. Your breathing will get shallow. It's always important to start with a full breath. Give yourself 10 seconds, doesn't take long, 10 seconds of breathing before you even open your mouth to start your audition. Number 6, find a reason to care. Make this thing personal to you. Even if it's about something you have no experience with, find the bridge to that person's experience. You don't want to judge your characters. You have to find ways to justify what they're doing, what they're thinking. So look for bridges. Number 7, remember the first rule of improv. Yes, and. It's a great rule for life. Whatever you're given, whatever happens, just go with it. Don't freak out if it's different than what you planned. Just go along with it, go with the flow. That's life, that's real. And that's what we want to see on camera. Number 8, let go of your rehearsal. I've heard casting directors say to actors, it's too perfect, mess it up a little. Now, you should prep as much as you can. I'm a big fan of being over-prepared, but then get ready to let it go. You can't forget what you already know. Once you know it, you know it. So trust that you know it. Let go of trying to hold on to it in your brain and just stay in the moment. Number 9, don't look back, don't look forward. The power is in the present moment. If you're looking back and reviewing what you did, you're not in the moment. If you're looking ahead worrying about your next line, you're missing the moment. There's a cute little saying that says, if you've got 1 foot in yesterday and 1 foot in tomorrow, you're pissing all over today. Don't piss on your audition. Stay in the moment. Number 10, be grateful. Gratitude is a great energy to bring with you into the room. It's way better than like fear and desperation. So take a moment before you go into that casting room to be grateful to all the people that brought you this opportunity. The casting directors, your agent, the producers. You don't have to call them all up and say anything. You can do that later. But just bring that with you and that thought of gratitude, and be grateful to yourself for showing up for you and for your dreams. So those are some of my favorite tips. They're not in any particular order of importance. They're all important, and different things will work for you at different times. So if you want to come practice, you can come take my class. I'd love to help you. I'd love to work with you, coach you. You can check the link below for my info, and I'll see you on camera.